Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact, as we're here for 2 hours this evening to continue the storyline that we started in the last stream. We actually started the brand new area that was added very recently, and we will be continuing that today. We did manage 10 wishes in the previous stream. If you hadn't seen it, it wasn't brilliant. We got Dragon's Bane, nothing fantastic to be fair. But today we're going to continue with the main quest that takes us through the new area. We have already changed the Traveller to the new type, to the new element, I should say. So that is done, and we will continue on, see how much more we can get done. We need to do the new area before we can start the event, and there's just under a month left of the event. They gave us quite a lot of time, to be fair, and I'm quite impressed we've managed to get to it as quick as we did. This is our first of 2 Genshin Impact streams this week. I know the summer holidays have been a bit all over the place when it comes to Genshin Impact. I've been trying to do at least once a week, but it's only an evening stream for 2 hours. It's not enough. But this week, we're back to normal. 2 streams this week for Genshin Impact. One in the evening, which is tonight, and one 3.5 hour stream on Thursday morning. Massive thank you to those that joined us this morning as well from Ghost of Tsushima, and the ones that joined us yesterday, in fact, as well. Ghost of Tsushima, we started the playthrough yesterday morning, and we did it for the second time today. It's an incredible, graphically incredible game, and the stream was incredible. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Welcome to the new subscribers as well. We gained a few this morning, so hello, welcome. Hope you enjoy the content the channel has to offer. Okay, let me just check the sound, and then we shall crack on. I don't want to lose any time if we can avoid it. I want to see how much we can get done. I don't want to lose any time. Cool. You'll hear a double sound for a minute there. Okay, let's load in. Let's crack on. So, the plan, like I say, we're going to continue on this new area, continue with the main story, and we're going to see what we can do. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like the stream on my phone, and now I can't do what. Okay, so we're going to crack on. We're going to see, hopefully, what we can do. And hopefully we can get some more of the storyline done. Let's have a quick check on a few things. So I did manage to grab some login rewards on the app. Not a massive amount, I must admit. I need to make sure I do this a bit more than I have done. I always forget. And then let's have a look. Is there anything new event? Let's have a look at the battle pass first. We'll grab our login rewards for that. And then we'll have a look if there's any new events on as well. So Lost Riches. This is a new one. In the wilderness of Sumeru, a person named Ullman seems to be troubled by something. So this is a new one. Where's the quest for that? Okay. So we want to be getting to that fairly soon. I'm going to navigate, just because I'm curious to where on the map it is. I don't think we're quite there. No, we're not. It's just outside the main city. Hopefully we'll get to the main city today, is my hope. So we may be able to start that very shortly. What else have we got on? Graven Innocence. We can't do that until we've completed the main story of the new area. Everything else, I believe, is the same. Yeah. So everything else is the same as previous. Let's get back onto the main quest. Yes, that one there. So we're going to follow Tenari to discuss the details elsewhere. That's where we're going to go to. Good evening, Goated. How are you? Keep working towards blessings. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. I'm getting there at last. Okay, sorry, I'm just getting messages for I'll deal with. Thanks for the like, much appreciated over this one. Okay. So, we're going to head down. We're going to continue on the main quest then in the new area, as I say, which we started last stream. So this is the new area. It's a bit different to what we're used to. We have already Traveler's Element. Let's see what's happening.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Elazar. Okay. Thanks for the like, much appreciated.
It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Oh, wow.
That sounds terrifying.
They lose all control over their body. I'm trying to think what illness that could be mimicking, because it's obviously something in real life I would have assumed.
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy,
I can't think of the name of it.
It was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
So is there any cure for Elazar?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
Not surprised by the Fatui there.
The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them.
We're a little bit familiar,
That'll
yeah.
save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
How's Kale's condition now?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her
Other than this conversation, we've not really had that much to do with him just yet.
Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
He seems like he wants to look after Kale, but I've got a feeling he's hiding something. I don't know why. Wait, can we come along?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Yeah, we're all good, thank you, Goad.
But I must
not
warn
too bad.
You two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
You totally love him, do you? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not hiding something.
Let's go then.
But he just, I don't know, it came across that he might be hiding something.
It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
So we're looking for the Lunar Lotus.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar Lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Okay, we'll head to where we're heading to.
It sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me.
So, I think we're heading
The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine.
I know we don't have to attack.
And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Missed.
Oh, okay then.
So while we're here, I just thought we might as well attack something.
Bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Can't not attack things when they turn up. That was a bouncy mushroom. Oh, no, it wasn't. That's what we've just found. Bouncy mushroom. This species of bouncy mushroom is a type of Trilakshana creature. Under normal circumstances, you can jump on it to be bounced up to higher heights. Its elasticity will be further increased after you've activated it using Electro. This species of bouncy mushroom is a type of Trilakshana. Okay, the same thing. So you've got to use Electro on them to be able to bounce. Dialogue is so expanded. Oh, dialogue is amazing. Oh, you've got COVID, have you, Simmer? That's not good. I had it a while ago now, but yeah, it's not nice. Come down. Oh yeah, I forgot that does damage, doesn't it?
Propagate! Cool it!
I don't need to be attacking these, but every time, if there's something to attack, you're going to miss out on resources, aren't you, essentially? It's kind of my thinking anyway. There we go. A couple of fungal spores in there. Okay, so we can bounce higher by using the mushrooms, but they can also be activated using Electro. Although we've just changed out of Electro, haven't we? That's the downside. I haven't seen, what do we actually need to use, oh, that's the wrong one. What do we actually need to use to do talents for the new thing? Okay. Teachings of a Domination. Oh, so there's a domain we've got to go to collect those. Okay, I did wonder what we needed to upgrade talents. Mum came with it from working. Yeah, oh, really? Yeah, that's not nice. You've done well if you've... This is the first time you've had it, though, to be fair. Although, saying that, we had it not too long ago. And me and my other half, before the accident, both worked full-time during the heights of it in high-risk careers. And yet, we didn't get it.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
Okay,
if
let's
you
find
can
these
manage
lunar
to gather
lotuses.
4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here
We
once
need
you've
to
gathered the needed
find
amount.
4. Right, 4 we've got to go and find. Okay. Like my phone needs to stop going off, it would help. But yeah, hopefully you get better soon, Sim. I know it's not nice. When I had it, it was when, well, with the broken back, and all I kept doing was coughing, and that was horrible. So we just got to collect these fresh lotuses that are nearby. There's also a fast travel location nearby that would be handy to have.
Gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Nothing else to pick up here. There's a couple. We'll just grab a few extras. You never know when we're going to need them for something else. Always worth grabbing them while we're here anyway. I see something shining up there. I did, didn't I? Alright, nothing major. Right, we've got a couple of extras just in case. Let's go back and see Tainari then. Seems like the work is over. That's something then at least.
You requested?
Let me take a look. Good, very good.
When my little
These
boy
are
had it,
excellent quality.
he had nothing. No temperature, no cough, nothing.
I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Okay, who are they?
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're
You had
just
the full
like a
pack,
forest
yeah.
ranger.
Yeah, sorry
yes,
to hear that,
that's
Simmer.
Amir and
I
the
know
others.
that's not nice.
But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Okay, let's go and find out why they're back so early. I could head up and go and get the fast travel points, but it's a long way up and we're already here for the next quest, so we might as well stay and do these.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
What's a withering zone?
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
So some sort of contamination takes over the
I
forest.
understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
We want to see it.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
We're not going anywhere.
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands.
We can't get
There's
familiar
a
if you don't
unique
let
type
us.
of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects
We can
for
do
a
that.
time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I can also control the elements.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
We don't need one.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Yeah, we don't need a vision.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Okay, let's go and find out what this anomaly is. Okay. It's actually straight ahead of us, strangely. Okay, just across there. Let's see what this withering is all about.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh.
Oh, wow.
Look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Tumors of the withering. Okay, gotcha. Let's do this.
Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing.
He obviously
after all.
hasn't heard of her reputation.
Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then?
We're ready.
Let's go.
So I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of effect on us once we're in the area of the withering. Would be my
First,
assumption.
we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Right, so what's this? Is that a tumour? Summon Dendro. I don't know what that is, but I've summoned it. Let's have a look. These strange spirits that accompany the appearance of auspicious branches are Dendro that symbolise the protection of Dendro. When charge attacks and aim shots hit, Dendro will attack alongside them. There are also some objects that will appear throughout your adventures that can only be activated or destroyed using the power of Dendro. Okay. What do we got here? So I think it's this we've got to destroy, isn't it? Is it not? Oh, you can see the withering effect on us, actually.
Get out of here!
Is it that we're meant to destroy, or is it something else? Just want to get rid of this so it's out of our way, really. Can use the candle of light as well. Where's it gone? Oh, come on, you must be down by now. Right, now it's down. Okay, so what do we need to destroy? I thought it was going to be that. But it doesn't seem... I think it's these pods here. Right, Drengorna's there. And attack the withering. With charge attacks.
Get out of here!
Okay, so who can we...
Scatter!
So we have to use charged attacks then. Okay, that could be a problem. I haven't got anyone in the party that does it. Okay, so what kind of attacks can we use with this Drengana? Okay, the withering is not a fixed location. Instead, it refers to areas that have been corroded by some sort of mysterious, ominous power. In these areas, characters would accumulate decay. The speed of this accumulation will differ depending on the withering zone you're in. Depending on how much decay you have accumulated, all your party members have their all-element res, physical res, and max HP decreased. These stats will decrease more in accordance with the amount of decay accrued. So we've currently got 2 of those red bars on us that I can see. Bows are really good. That'd be the one thing we don't use because there hasn't been a really good bow user in ages. If you remain within the withering zones after you fully accumulate decay, all your party members will fall. Right, make sure we get out before that. You must use the power of the Dendro to clear the withering away. Only via this method can you destroy the withering branch that spread this corrosive power. Only when all the withering branches within a withering zone are destroyed can the tomb of the withering at the beating heart of the area be destroyed. Most withering zones can be destroyed in this way, but within the withering zone, candles of life and flames of life may appear and help to decrease the accumulated decay. Prepare for the worst before entering the withering zones. So, charged attacks and aimed shots. Yeah, we don't have Tanari though. Yeah, so charged attacks and aimed shots. So actually we don't have a character that we can use currently in these areas, can we? We actually can't do this without changing our party. If I go to party setup, I don't... Oh, we cannot configure party. See, why does... I would have thought charged attacks would have worked. But charged attacks don't work either. Okay, how do I leave the... I need to leave the area and come back in a second. Because I need to change my party. Will it allow me to now? No. Cannot configure. I don't... What am I missing? Maybe it's a main attack.
Cool it.
Freeze that thing. Okay, let's grab that. Go here. I'm going to go for the Traveller's big attack. There we go. Did that actually do it? Did that do it? I think it's doing it. It did some damage to it.
Propagate.
I didn't know.
Everybody stand back.
No, I was trying to see what attacks the Dendro would help. No.
Dodge this. Oh, so sorry.
No. So the only attack that actually helps us is the Traveller's main attack. That's going to be an issue. Until I can change the team around to allow for that. Because I then can't attack any of these, it seems. Until I've fully charged up the Traveller each time. Get rid of this thing.
Here. Propagate.
Over it. Right, you're down. Okay. Let's try this again, because obviously there is some, we must be able to do it with the pie we've got. So there's one here. So collect Dendro and attack with charged attacks are aimed shots. Ah, okay. There we go, one down. So actually we can do it. All I did was hold down the circle button. That is a charged attack. Dangers within the withering zone. There are other perils within the withering zones apart from decay. Monsters that have been corroded by this environment and fetid bows that grow in the area will attack characters within, causing this decay to accumulate. In addition, the tomb of the withering will exhort disciples of decay to come forth and attack. These are monsters who have utterly fallen under the influence of the withering and have the protection of the withering against damage. Use Dendro or Dendro to effectively destroy the shields guarding these monsters. Okay, so at least we know how to destroy these now. Because I didn't know that till just now. There we go, that's another one down. 2 down. So another one to go. So I've reduced some of our withering that way. Okay. Am I missing one? Yes, up there. I'm ignoring the other thing that's there. So hold down circle,
Great
also
work.
attacks it.
Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need
There
to
we
take
go.
care of the tumor.
Boring. Disappear. Here.
Get this taken down.
Here.
Keep an eye on the damage being done to Zhao. I'd rather not lose him that quickly if we can avoid it. Okay. I need Dendro again, don't I think? So at least now I know what a charged attack is actually holding circle. Is that enough? Can't see. I can't see how much damage we need to do to it. That's the thing. No.
Scatter.
Okay. Not enough. How many of these do we need to hit it with? That's the thing. Or am I missing something? That's 6. So I've hit it with 6 and currently it's still not down. I'm not missing one, am I? That is the last one there.
Scatter.
I'm a bit confused why we're not damaging it. Okay, let's have another quick look. Because I think I'm missing something. Did I tell you about your DMV stuff? No, you didn't, Gerard. What was going on? Oh, actually, yes, I think you did. You did your theory test, didn't you? I think it was the theory test you were talking about before. Okay. Accumulation. Clear the withering. Only vines can destroy the withering branches that spread this corrosive power. Only when all the withering branches within the withering zone are destroyed can the tune of the withering at the beating heart of the area be destroyed. Okay. So either we've missed one and there's another one somewhere. You got to clear the enemies. Ah, that would be why then.
Propagate.
Because that actually doesn't say anything about clearing the enemies. It just says you just got to take out the things.
Destroy the
Now
tumors
we
of the
can do it. There we go. Thank you for the tip, Simmer. I was getting confused. It's like, well, we've done everything. It didn't say anything
Yes,
about destroying all the
thanks to
enemies.
you two. We were
Did I
able to
get
quickly
on the road
restore this
testing?
area back to normal.
Oh, nice. Well
Hi,
done.
Nari.
Go to.
You
Congratulations.
make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to permanently get rid of the withering?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
No, we haven't. I don't think we
Irminsul
haven't.
is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right?
We have.
They're like the
We know
roots
about the
of
ley lines.
Irminsul,
Something we have heard of.
spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Okay. Spreading and extending a massive cavern sounds like a lot
Ley
like what I
lines
saw.
continually
I missed
absorb
it.
the memories of this
you go.
world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Your brother can now
The
drive
Dendro Archon is known as the
trucks
God of
and
Wisdom
semi-18
because her
wheelers.
consciousness
Nice.
is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irmin's soul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Huh? You mean Irmin's soul is sick?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irmin's soul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay, so we've learnt about the Withering and how to beat it. We know you've got to clear all the enemies as well, not just do what it first said to do. So that's all good. Is there anything we should grab while we're here? I know there's an event just here, but obviously I don't want to go there till the story sends us there. We can fast travel back to here to heal. I think let's try and grab this one. The other thing I've not checked since we logged in, we're miles away from Wishes. I did wonder. I thought we'd be a long way, to be fair. Let's try and grab, if we can get up, let's try and grab this fast travel point. That's another one we've gained then. Hopefully that will hold us in good stead going forward. I will say they've done incredible to make this landscape. It's so green and just lush, and yeah, it's actually really enjoyable. It just feels so alive, if that makes sense. What's that? What is that? Cluster leaves of cultivation and 4-leaf sigils. You'll sometimes come across cluster leaves of cultivation in Sumeru, which will scatter 4-leaf sigils around when they come into contact with Dendro. Use the objects to make your adventures... Oh, so you can use them to make your adventures easier.
Scatter!
There we go. So now we can use those to travel. We don't need to use them because we're heading up, I believe. But I just wondered what it was, to be fair. While we're here, let's quickly grab these. We can get Collate for free. How do we get Collate? Is that part of the new event that I've seen today? Or is that something else? With 2 clicks. Okay, how do we get Collate for free then, Simmer? He wants to get an automatic switch A or B truck. They cost 100 grand. Wow. Well, if you can earn the money to earn the money back for buying it, that makes complete sense. Okay, I believe fast travel point is above us here. Okay, I thought this was going to be simple to grab this fast travel point. It's not proven to be. Oh, nice little bit of food. So it is it's around here up. I think it's going to be up there, isn't it? We've just got to climb up this one as well. We are going to head back to the Gandharva Villa in a minute. I just wanted to grab one of these while I was here, just to save us time, really. Where is it? Ah, here. There we go. Just makes our life easier as we travel around if we try and grab these when we can. And now we can head back down this way to where we were meant to be heading in the first place. We've got to go round the corner, I believe. You just click on the event to begin and it gives you a free copy. Really? So in the event, is it Lost Riches or Graven Innocence? We can't do Graven Innocence because we haven't got the quest done. We've got to finish the main story, although we can quick start. Is that the one you mean, Graven Innocence or Lost Riches? Okay. So the Gandharva Villa is just above us there. Let's head this way. as we head back. That's why I want to concentrate on the main story, so we can actually do that quest before it runs out at the end of the month. Because that will give us Prima Gems as well. Don't quick start. No, we have to finish the main story in this area before we can start that event. Yeah, Graven is. We can't do it yet. We've not done this. We've not progressed this story enough. No, never quick start. I did see that, and straight away I was like, no, I'm not doing that. That's silly. That'd be a silly thing to do. Semi-rig that you haul can carry a hold of 80,000 pounds. Wow, that's a lot of weight in the back. Only gives you rewards, does it? Yeah, never doing that. I like the text. I like the talking.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it.
So at least
back.
we know we'll get
How did
Kalei
it
at some
go?
point then.
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that?
It's for the endgame plasma.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
but it makes
Hypatia.
sense though, to be fair. It does make sense. Definitely not for me though. But yeah, so at least we've got to get Graven Innocence done, but we've got to progress enough in the
This
story
Duskbird is
first.
Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How can we
Oh
forget?
yes, the one who had a little
So
cave
did
bit to
something
herself.
happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
To be fair, it's good of them to do things like that.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
Oh, so we need to go and give her some
What?
rations. We can do
Wait,
that.
she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Of course we can. We can get rations to her pretty quickly.
To bring her the rations?
Mainly because I know there's a fast travel point nearby.
But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
That's a very good point,
Let's
Paimon.
find
Good point.
out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So,
We have to.
how do you feel?
It's a light and refreshing fragrance.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
What I saw weren't hallucinations, were they?
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all.
We kind
Though
of guessed they weren't,
I don't intend
to be
to
fair.
apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance.
That's
Not
why I
just for
thought
the
he was
nation
hiding
of
something, to
Sumeru,
be
but the
fair.
entire world of Tevat.
Because of how he
My
acted.
forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
So what exactly was it that I saw?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself.
Oh, wow.
I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That's a good point.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
Okay. I'm assuming he's going to go fetch the rations, would be my thinking. To be fair, I'm looking forward to the time when we actually get all the main story done and we can say, right, we're an end-game player now. All the side stuff to do and all the exploration and everything else. But, you know, new story comes with straight on it.
Here,
We'll get that. We'll get to that
these.
point.
It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Thank you.
No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
What do you mean I'm far from the story? The main story for this area, Dennis was telling me, isn't very long.
Let's go inside.
He said it was really short. Is that not the end of the main story? For the time being, anyway, until they release more. I know there's other missions to do. We've got... Let me do what I want to do. Obviously, we've got the Perilous Trail still to do. And Shadows of the Past, plus loads of side quests and stuff. Yeah, no, I get that. But I meant, when a new area comes out, it means we'll be able to go straight to it. Whereas although it didn't take long, we had to finish the chasm before we could do it last time, didn't we? But yeah, it didn't take long, to be fair. Okay, we're all healed. And we're heading down here. To Hypatia.
Still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Let's go inside indeed. I know they'll add more, absolutely. I think we were quite lucky with where we were when this actually released. We're up with the big boys. Yeah, we were quite lucky when this released. Obviously, we just had the chasm to do, which wasn't a very long storyline. So we did get quite lucky, I think, with that timing.
Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here.
Maybe it's comfortable. My arm is playing up again.
Maybe she went out to look for some food.
Hopefully I'll get some more answers tomorrow when I speak to physio. What was that sound? Sound like an animal, I would have said. Bird, possibly. Mouse. What's it going to be? It's Hypatia. Is she okay? What is that that's walking along? I don't know what it is. Do I need to kill it? No? Oh, by the looks of it.
There you are! Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
She looks famished.
There's no way
I
we
missed
can
the last
get
bit of
her
what she was going to say.
condition. Let's try finding some water first.
Okay, so we need to find some water. There's plenty of it around, but what's drinkable and what's not?
Wait, why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Is the decay outside by any chance? Super foggy.
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this?
No.
What happened? And where are we?
Relax, Paimon.
Really?
We're like tiny.
Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. It's like we've shrunk. It's like that film when I was a kid. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Proceed onward and go through the tree hollow. Okay. But yeah, it's like we've been shrunk. Although it's quite cool. Inside the plants. There's a door of resurrection. So that means we're going to be fighting in a second then. Something's floating up there. There are a few enemies in the middle. Those little things you just saw will torture you for more than an hour in a quest. Oh really? Bouncing around the map. Oh, fun and games.
Wow, this place is huge.
Is the place huge or are we just really small?
I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look.
I will get closer, but first...
Maybe we'll
I want the chest.
Scatter.
Missed. I want the chest. I'm not going to back away. There's a chest there to grab. We're going to grab it while we're here. I'm assuming to get the quest, to get the chest, we've got to take these things out. Explode! I'm waiting for it to explode. There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
Scatter.
Okay, we've got one left.
Get out of here!
Still getting used to the Traveller's new moves as well, as it is different to what we're used to and the way we did reactions and things previously. So that's definitely something we've got to be aware of, because we can't do the same reactions we used to do with Dendro now. Okay. Bouncy mushrooms in domains. You'll sometimes find bouncy mushrooms of this sort in Sumeru's domains. The reasons for which these mushrooms are not one of the Tri-Lakshana creatures are unknown, but must be quite fascinating indeed. So we do bounce. Oh, okay. There's a chest over there. What are those things flying around? What's that? Can't get through there by the looks of things. No, can't get through there. But it was worth a little look to see if we get through at least. Hang on, that gave me an icon pop up a second ago. It's gone again. Yeah. The one thing I must say bad about Dendro is that it doesn't work for Nemo in any way, shape or form. Oh really? Well, we're quite lucky. Well, I suppose we've got Xiao, haven't we? Didn't want to do that. Press the button too quickly. Right. So we're heading to this one. Oh, okay. Just got to make sure we know where we're heading with the jumps. Why are we not turning? There we go. So from this one I want to head... There's something up there. That's where we're trying to get to actually. So I was looking around and see where else we need to get to. There's something up there as well. Ah. My jumping is horrendous. Okay. So I want to try go that way. I don't know if there's anything up there. I don't think it's the way we're meant to be going. Right, jump off. No, I keep doing that. I just need to jump straight. It's not as difficult as I'd make it out to be, I swear. Come on, do what I need you to do. Okay. I want to see what's over this side. I know it's not where we're heading. It doesn't mean there's not going to be anything in there to have a look at. Okay, it's not the way it's telling us to go. I'm just curious if there's anything in there. Not by the looks of it, okay. For all that, there's nothing in there. We're heading across to there, that's where we need to get to. Can I make it onto there? No, before it leaves. Thought I could make it before it left. Hold off, ready to come back across. Oh, I could have just done that, couldn't I? Made life so much easier. Right, we made it up eventually. Apologies for the jumping. Oh wow, we're in a house. Okay.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
It's a bit of a change, wasn't it? Okay. This is a little bit weird at the minute. I'm just making, I don't want to miss anything to pick up. I don't think we haven't missed anything. Oh, there's a chest here. That's got little things like that. I'm trying not to miss. Your time is up. No worries, Simmer. Thank you for joining us, though. Much appreciated. And we'll speak to you soon, I'm sure. We are back Thursday morning for a normal 3.5 hour stream. If you're free at any point, but if not, don't worry. And yeah, have a good one, Simmer. And we'll see you soon. So, primeval rosin in domains. You will sometimes find primeval rosin and sealed paths that correspond to them within domains in Sumeru. Collect 3 primeval rosins within these domains to unlock the corresponding path. Okay. So there's 3 of those to collect. By the looks of things. That is only number 1. So the other path I wanted to have a look at is where we're heading now. Yeah, no worries, Simon. No worries at all. You've got to get better. Concentrate on getting better, Simon. Hopefully we'll speak to you soon, alright? Look after yourself, Simmer. Okay. There's something to the right. I can't not look around, that's the problem. Ah, there are some enemies this time. Try some Dendro. I don't know what that does, to be fair.
Get out of here! Why do they never miss? Teamwork is trick work!
That Dendro damage is quite significant, it seemed there.
Propagate.
I've got Zhao ready to rumble, but I don't think it's worth using him just yet.
This moment will be frozen.
As these guys aren't going to last long, I don't think. Nice reaction. Move out of the way of him spinning.
Propagate.
We'll say the Traveller does charge up pretty quickly, it seems. That is something I've noticed with the Dendro, he does charge very quickly. Big guy's down. Oh, no, it's not over yet though. Okay, now we might use Zhao and his pogo stick.
Worthless.
Always use Zhao on the pogo sticking combination.
Worthless.
Thank you, Simmer.
Useless. Scatter.
Okay, pogo stick did its damage.
Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
But yeah, the Traveller does charge very quickly, I would say. It feels like he does anyway. Okay, we've unlocked the chest. See if there's anything in the empty boxes. You never know. Bit of food in that one. Anything else to pick up? Yes. It's nice radish. I think that's everything. Right, what are we doing here? Okay, that's weird. Mike? No, I'm not controlling it. I just wonder. And down we go. And this is the second one that we need to collect. I'm not sure what was happening behind us there. Can we not climb up there? Ah, that's an issue. I thought we could just climb up. Obviously not. So which way do we go? Well, that's where we've got to go. I'm just going to find a way up. Oh, I know what it is. We can see it. There we go. That's what I couldn't work out the first time. So that's our second one of those done. We now need a third, and it is below us. Not that one. I think that's their final way out, I would guess. Yes, it is. So if we go down here first, this is number 3. And now we should be able to use these to get up quickly. There we go. And we are done, I believe, for this bit. Activate the gate. And we are out. Okay, where is he going to take us this time? It's quite a weird quest at the minute. Make sure there's no chest behind us as we first come in.
Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
What do you mean we don't look so good? Okay, door's locked. We've got to get through that door. The same symbol is there, so I'm assuming we need to match that symbol. Too far. No. Oh, it does actually tells us where to stand. It's there. There we go. Okay. So we just have to make that match up then, by the looks of things. Now where are we headed? Good morning, good evening, Slayer. How are you? You just got home, have you? How was your day today? Okay. It's still getting. It's already just chopping and changing where you are. It's weird. It's all good. Good. Glad to hear it. Okay, we're heading across to here. And then we're heading up. School is a pain. You have work in an hour. Unfortunately, we've all got to do school, or we all had to do school at some point, didn't we?
Looks like we meet again, traveler.
Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
What is he doing here?
Place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
I think where he's involved, it all concerns us. Oh, we've actually got to fight him.
Get out of here!
Okay, we've got to be a little bit careful here.
Dodge that.
Let's light it up!
Traveller took a little bit of it. Let's try. This is his main move. So if we can keep him in this area, that will do damage over time to him. And we combine that with a bit of fire as well. Zhao has also got his pogo stick ready. Where's he gone? And we've got to be careful with Zhao and him not dying. Took a bit of a hit there, didn't he? Okay, back to Traveller. Missed. We can actually heal because we got that.
Get out of here!
Nice. I need Zhao to heal. She has that.
Scatter.
Dendro. Got to work out that reaction with the Dendro. I think I'm not really utilising it as much as I probably should.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Well, that's the way it feels anyway.
Get out of here!
Need to remember, before Thursday morning stream, I need to have a proper look through artifacts and things. I haven't had a chance this week to get it done. It's on my list of things I need to do. Try and get it done before the next stream of Genshin.
Get out of here!
Got a shield now.
Adventure time. Everybody
Take down that
stand
shield, shall we? I'm not damaging the shield, am I? No, the shield, I couldn't do any damage to it.
Why can't we
Trying to get better in code.
Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong
Yeah, we
with
didn't have
this
any
guy?
anything like that. That's cool.
Though you may have
Yeah, I think our characters are definitely got stronger over time.
before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner.
And considering we don't grind as well,
It's time you realize
like we don't just replay the same domain over and over again.
you really are.
My journey will not end here.
Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon.
Is that the way Sister sees him, do we think?
The bonds of
Or is it more the
love and
Abyss Herald trying to
family
rile him up?
to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now
I already have my own business, learn a lot of time from that. That's quite cool though, to learn coding is incredible. It was never a thing when I was a kid, annoyingly. Yeah, it just wasn't around back then. Back in the old days, I suppose. But no, good for you, Don, especially when you're your own business as well. And you want to do a coding related major. It gives you a backup as well. If something, you know, if you ever want to change fields, you've got your business side, plus you'll have your coding. So that's never a bad thing to think like that.
We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
How are you finding the coding course? Is it tricky or is it fairly okay?
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a second there.
Are you okay? That's really not like
Oh, your
you.
business built around coding. Oh, that makes sense then.
We can talk
That does
about
make
this
a lot of
later.
sense.
We better make sure she's alright first.
Good evening, Cass. How are you? Yes, we're in the new era of Sumeru. The codes there teach us. Oh, they're really easy, are they?
Oh, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Well, maybe it'll be a little. It'll just be easier for you then, won't it? After giving the semi-conscious Hypatia some water.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
She doesn't know who we are, does she?
You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some
Dendro
food
is
and
now
water.
the element, yes.
Here, we have a letter that
We've
he
already
asked us
changed
to
our
give
traveller
you.
for the new element in this area. He gave Hypatia the letter from Tainari. But yeah, we're still. I will show you the powers once we're able to. You're passing with straight A's so far. That's never a bad thing, is
I
it?
see.
That's good.
So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you.
Simba was telling us
I'm
earlier, we
grateful
actually
that you
get
came so
Calais for
quickly to
free
save me.
in
You
the new
even brought
event.
all this fruit.
Once we've done enough the main story to get to it.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How
After
did
work,
you
you
end up
also
like this
abandoned.
anyway?
You are really busy, aren't you?
Really?
How do you manage to fit it all in?
I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like
Was
this.
it that little bouncy
Your
thing we
neighbor?
saw
You
before?
mean there's someone else living nearby?
Is it a little round creature?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Yeah, we saw it. It was weird. You tell Hypatia and Paimon everything that happened after entering the cave.
Wait,
You don't know,
honestly.
honestly.
You say that before we arrived.
It's amazing how much you can fit in when you enjoy it.
And suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying.
Doctor's appointment as well.
I myself
That
had
is a
similar
busy day and a
experience
half.
once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here.
It doesn't
You
end, does
needn't
it?
worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
That's how it is all week, is
Even
it?
after
Wow.
I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them.
You want to go back
They
to
just
years
kept
to live your
doing
teenage
whatever
years
they were
again.
up to.
I
It
know.
wasn't
It's only
until
when
I
you move
crouched
out your
down next
teenage
to
years
them
you didn't realise
that they
how
suddenly
easy you had it
realized that I could
in a
see
lot of
them.
ways.
Oh, and then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen.
Less
I
responsibilities,
was
wasn't it,
convinced
back
they'd
then?
never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
What fascinating creatures.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Still hungry, I think.
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. Alright, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame.
What do you mean you realise that
and
now?
a radish
Cass?
veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. There are
Oh, you realise about
specialties
teenage years
after
as
all.
well?
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations
I didn't
before.
have it that easier, so
certainly
to
look
work,
forward
so the
to
place
it.
to stay. It was easier than how it is now.
It's been so long
Yeah, I didn't
since
mean
I've had a
easier.
decent
I
meal,
meant
too.
it was.
To be honest,
No, it's probably more
the
fun when
last
you're
time
teenage
had
years,
to be
isn't it?
when Tainari came to visit.
Okay, we need to make some food for her. Can we take... No, we can't take... I wonder if we can take the fruit. Oh, what's over here? Something shiny. Right, we need to make some food by the fireside. I would, but where's the fire? Ah, it's here. There we go. Make box lunch. There we go. Perfect. Gotta go make food for me and someone else and then get ready.
All done.
No worries. Thank you for joining us,
Let's use the
Slayer.
empty
We'll
box
see you
that
soon. Have a good
Tainari gave us
one.
Since we already watched it. Oh,
Thank you for stopping and chatting. Much appreciated.
And the box
Have
is
a good
nice
rest of your
touch,
day.
too.
We'll see you
Let's
soon.
go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
If you sleep, you'll wake up during your working hours. That's the downside, isn't it? Right, we've got the food for Hypatia. Let's go and hand this to her.
Are you already
We've got
finished
about
cooking?
45 minutes left, so we've got a little bit of time still.
Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
There we go. We can select and give it to her. You're really curious? Yeah, we will do. I just needed to finish off the story. Because we're in a cave, we can't do anything at the minute.
Tainari's letter. It's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used
question.
to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
Wow. I think I understand.
Naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Well, you know.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That
Good
was
question.
primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power
Good
and
evening, Dennis. How are
experience
you?
the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn Ale should no longer
So the
trigger
Dendro
such
Archon is
reactions.
Irminsul. That's what she's talking about. We met the Dendro Archon, or a memory of them, a little in the last
I
stream.
must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if
Downgraded
it
version
meant
of one of
suffering
Archon
from
abilities.
pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so
In
long as I
Genshin
could
fishing,
connect with
maybe.
Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the
It's back.
stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself.
Yeah, that won't be good.
That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself, and they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
What?
Huh. Is that true?
Okay, that's weird.
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
Never
The
dream.
sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Reminds me of the dream I saw from the Aranara.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be.
Dreaming is never bad.
Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw
Need
is
help
a
with
memory
we can't
contained
farm
within Irminsul
because we're
itself.
doing the main quest. Because it will kick us off all the quests. We can't do the main quest if other people are in with us.
What could that possibly mean?
Unfortunately, Dennis. Sorry.
If only I could ascend past Satyavada.
That's the only problem. If someone joins our world, we can't then continue the quest. And we need to get this done so we can start the quest that gives you Calais for free. Thanks, Arpesia.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
No dreams at all. It means that your mind is focused on resting.
I'm already looking forward to
really?
tasting
Oh, wow.
some more of your cooking.
That's quite cool, Cass. You can use time before sitting down for a good night's rest. I'm trying to get out of this so we can show Cass the R2 move.
Right, and had the chance to ask her some questions. Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we're going to return to Gandharvaville. So, the R2 move, Cass, is... I kind of need an enemy, don't I? Well, the R2 move is that. It doesn't look much, but it also releases, if you see it, if you do it to an enemy, it actually releases a little green thing that will stay there until it explodes, doing Dendro damage as well. Okay, we're going to head back up here. What we will do actually, I'm going to fast travel to up to the top just so we can heal. Do you need... Oh, sorry. It's the way I thought he said you need help with farming, you need to join us kind of thing. Not at the minute because I want to continue the main quest, because once we get the main quest done we can get Calais for free, which Simmer told us about today, plus we can start Lost Riches. So I just want to keep with the main quest in Sumeru for the time being. But Thursday morning stream may be worth doing some farming then, depending what we need to do. Ever feel fatigued after waking up? Constantly. Not physically and mentally, it's because you were probably having a really long dream. Yeah. Physical exertion during a dream, but obviously mental fatigue. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd just be happy for a decent night's sleep. That isn't constantly broken up. But then I suffer with massive, really bad nightmares as well, so I'm always tired when I wake up.
Think
but you're
about
right, during a dream, physical exertion during a dream gives you mental fatigue, absolutely.
I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones.
He is a
but
legend.
Isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
You're more than a forest watcher, isn't he?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
Respect to him, you never meet him in real life. No, I know what you mean.
You'll know, once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master?
Tainari doesn't seem happy, does he?
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari,
well played, well played.
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
I think Tainari did the right thing there. Can't answer my questions, I won't answer yours. That's the way to do it.
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here.
Gulam in your
But all
language
that
means
can
slave
wait.
or
How
does
did
it
things go
really?
with
Oh wow.
Asia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer.
Okay, I think we're going to be heading to Sumeru City.
Heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to
No, he was in the
Sumeru
chat
City
earlier, but he's not very well, so
short,
he stayed with us for a little bit earlier and had to go.
How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that...
We need to say goodbye to Calais.
That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Okay, looks like that's where we're heading.
Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
Okay. So we need to go and say goodbye to Calais. And then I'm assuming we're heading for Sumeru City. And hopefully we can do a few things on the way.
I've been waiting for you two.
Oh, he's already told me earlier, Dennis. As I said earlier, he was in the chat not too long ago and he wasn't doing very well, so he said he had to go again. But he came in for a little bit, I had to chat. So yeah, I know he's not well.
See us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Please take care of yourself,
Don't
Calais.
worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
It is indeed. That is the most important thing.
Apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you. Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Okay, what's she going to give us?
What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets.
There we go.
I
A new
told
recipe.
you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh. Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like. I hope that whenever you
I
eat
do need
them,
to look at food at
you'll
some
both
point, to be fair.
remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Of course it will.
Well then, I, trainee forest ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
I'm sure we'll be back at some point. Okay. New recipe. 30 Prima Gems as well for doing that quest. The trials go... So we're heading to the city. So, on the way to the city, there is a new event I want to do. While we're on the way there, though, There's still a lot of area we've not touched yet around here. There's still been lots more to see. This is just the start of it. So we might as well grab this fast travel place just here. And then once that's done, we'll grab this one. And before we head in that gate, I want to head here. Because that is a new event that I want to at least start this evening, if we can. The other event we can't do until we're further on with this storyline, to be fair. A little house up there. Obviously, I will get sidetracked and randomly see things and think, okay, let's stop and quickly deal with that. Pick that up. I wonder what this is. Right, a couple things to pick up. More food, at least. What's up here? There's something above us. There's a side quest nearby as well. Is it just a pot? There we go. We gained a Dendro by going up inside the tree. Okay, there are enemies there. We probably should take them out as well. We're heading just up that hill there. Is it that? No, we're not. We're heading over there somewhere is what we're after. But there's enemies here. We might as well do these. We grab the chest at the same time. The way to do it.
Get out of here! Take cover!
Obviously, I wasn't expecting us to. Wasn't expecting us to do that, to be fair.
Freeze.
Right, that's the chest unlocked at least. We lost quite a lot of health there, didn't we? More than I was expecting to.
A reward on the road.
Okay. I obviously could fast travel the hill, but we've then got to come all the way back here afterwards. So, there's an Electrocullis there. Not Electrocullis, but the Dendrocullis there. That would be worth getting if we can. Yeah, we all had it not too long ago, and I said to Simmer, the only thing I had for it was a cough, which with a broken back doesn't go together very well. But, you know, other than that, was okay. My little boy had it, and he was fine. Didn't have really anything. My other half, she was a bit of fatigue, but that was about it, really. So that's a new waypoint unlocked. We have also got a photo opportunity. There we go, look at that. Right, well, now we've found this place, we're going to quickly fast travel to heal, and then we'll fast travel back as well. It just makes it easier to heal. We did 10 wishes in the last stream and got Dragon's Bane, so we're a little way off doing any more wishes, to be fair. But I don't know. I don't really know, to be fair, what our plan would be. Mr. Dendro Crystal Fly. Right. Trying to think. So we're not heading through that gate. There is another. We go to map. There is another one just here we'd like to pick up, because that will give us the ability to then fast travel there as well. I don't need to worry about that guy. Is there anything in here? We are picking up quite a bit of food, aren't we? I've noticed. And there are some more Electrocullises around. That's definitely, there is some more. They're showing up, so they're definitely here around us. I'm going to call them Electrocullis accidentally. It's not going to stop. Right, over the bridge. The Dendrocullis. There's one below the bridge, isn't there, underneath it. Okay, fast travel point should be on our right hand side. And then we're going to have a look at this other new event as well. Your mum was around people who had it, never got sick. So, when COVID was first here, obviously I worked in hospitals. My other half was in childcare, or is in childcare, and neither of us got it. It took quite a while before we got it. Yeah, I was around COVID positive patients daily before we even wore PPE and stuff to protect ourselves, because we didn't know enough about it. So back then, no one wore anything to protect themselves because we didn't know. But yeah, we didn't get it from that either. We got it later on. Right, we're staying out of Sumeru City because this is the other quest that's currently on. I want to have a look at is Treasures Beneath the Vines. There are some decent rewards, I think, in this one. This is a new event. Let's have a quick look at it again. This is Lost Riches. In the wilderness of Sumeru, a person named Uman seems to be troubled by something. So that's the one we're doing. So we don't have to go inside the city just yet, because I want to have a look at this event. As this is new. This wasn't here when we first got here, so it's a week to do it. I'd like to get it done some tonight and then some in Thursday morning stream as well, hopefully. Before we head into Sumeru City. So, let's see what he needs us to do for a start. Let's speak to Ullman. I think I'm going to have to talk for him. Yes. I knew it was going to do that to us. And now people forget. Oh yeah, people don't think about it now, do they? It's one of those weird things everyone just thinks it's gone. I think it's the new flu, basically, I think. But yeah, it's just weird. So this is Ullman. Didn't you bring me here, little one? Keep moving. Never mind, you better stay put. What are you up to? I'm duped by it again. Let me give you a rundown from the beginning. For starters, you may not believe Steelies are somehow easily drawn to me. Okay? Among the Steelies that come to follow me, I found one kind that's particularly keen on treasure seeking. I'm not good at naming. I'll just call him the treasure-seeking Steelies. They excel at treasure seeking. With their help, I dug up a lot of treasure and made a profit with them. But sometimes they suddenly tune out on me. I don't know if they're tired of the seeking or just think I'm too boring. Then I'd find a helper favoured by the Steelies. The helper takes treasure-seeking Steelies to locate the treasures, and I sell them for a fair price. They say ruins and antiques are everywhere in Sumeru, so I came to look for my fortune. And I attracted a bunch of Steelies here, of course. Some treasure-seeking Steelies brought me here, but they ignored me again, not long after I scooped up some dirt. Why did it suddenly start to move? Could it be? Traveller, are you interested in treasure-seeking with Steelies? Me? That won't be necessary. Just follow it and dig where it stops. How's that sound? Just give it a try. If you scoop up some treasure, I'll only want the ancient iron coins, if there is any. The rest is all yours. And say you do help me find some of these coins, I'll pay you for them at a fair price. I could give it a go. Is it true the vaccine has COVID in it? Yes, but it's a dead form of COVID. No, it has COVID in it. But then all vaccines have the illness they're trying to vaccinate against in them. It's the only way of... So the injection will always contain the parts of the virus they're trying to vaccinate you against. Because they need the body to think it has a mild version of it. So then you produce white blood cells to fight the infection. And that's how your body becomes immune. That's the spirit. I like you. Anyways, we're partners now. Take this notebook. I recorded on it some hidden treasure sites I found before, but haven't had a chance to dig. I'm counting on you then, traveller. Come back and bring me the ancient iron coins if you find any. So this is the new event, as I say. Check the treasure map within Ullman's treasure book. Follow the map to reach the area where the treasure is buried. Ullman will mark out one new area in this book each day, for a total of 6 treasure areas. If you equip the treasure-seeking Steely from your inventory, you can summon it when in a treasure area. However, if you're not in a treasure area, the treasure-seeking Steely will not answer your summons. After you equip and summon the treasure-seeking Steely, the minimap will mark the location of energy emissions. Go to these areas and help the treasure-seeking Steely collect energy to revitalise it. The treasure-seeking Steely will be able to find one treasure area if it collects energy 3 times. When you begin looking for treasure in a treasure area, the Steely will seek the treasure out within a certain radius. You must help the treasure-seeking Steely collect energy and keep its energy levels up. Helping the Steely completely regenerate its energy within a certain amount of time will allow it to start searching for treasure. When the treasure-seeking Steely finds the treasure, it will stay there and display the location of the treasure itself. Dig the treasure up and open the chest to obtain various rewards. Right. Did we get that? That's the event. So, Lost Riches. This is this one here. Treasure Area 1 is here. There's 3 treasures in that area. The Chatrakam Cave. So that's what we need to head for by the looks of things. So Chachakram Cave is... I don't know where. It may even be an area we've not been to yet, which is a little bit of a worry. Yeah, I'm not sure where that is. Could we see, I wonder if we can see it in the book. Body for fight to be immune to it. Yes, that's why you have it. Okay, let's have a look what we actually can exchange for. So 60 Primogems can be exchanged 4 times with 40 iron coins. Okay. So we need 40 iron coins for that. Anything else doesn't really matter. We can get a mini Sealy companion, but I'm not overly worried about those. My inkling is always to go for Primogems. So I don't think we've opened that area up yet, have we? So that's annoying. Hopefully, obviously, with the main quest, we will open up more areas like that as we go. We're running out of time this evening. It's definitely not in this area, I don't think. Just thinking, is there anywhere else we can head to have a look? No, we've kind of got to explore more of the area, don't we, to try and find this, I think. And it could be anywhere. It's definitely not in this first part, from what I can see. So, let's head into Sumeru, because obviously there's a couple of fast travel points in there as well. So we'll head into the Adventurers Guild as well. We've now got the event active. So as we explore on Thursday morning more Sumeru, we'll try and get that event done as we go. I don't like opening the map up until obviously we've done the main quest to take us there anyway, if that makes sense. That's the thing. No, still nothing, Grotus. Still nothing at all.
Did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
It is our first time?
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because our head didn't light up.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry. That won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact,
we need to finish the story, don't we?
The Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal.
It's definitely frustrating,
guys. As long as you're
very
within
frustrating.
Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to
And
connect
especially now my arms are playing up as well.
and access any
but hopefully
knowledge
we'll
you
get some
need.
answers tomorrow morning.
I should mention that due to
We've got
technical
physio tomorrow.
limitations,
He should be able to tell me what's going on.
terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival.
Cool, we're going to get one then.
Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
Does look like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. That is cool.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
Exactly.
That is very cool. I like that.
That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, so where are we heading next?
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser
It
Lord
is now comes a Horizon Easter egg, is it?
Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins.
I spotted
the
it.
deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kale was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything.
Huh? The same happened to me.
Come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember.
Yeah, I read the exact same thing. As soon as it came, I was like, I know that one.
Paimon's brain is exhausted.
I'll try asking the Akasha something else.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
I don't know. Think, why doesn't the Akasha answer a question? Think Lesser Lord Kusanali. Some knowledge began to trickle into my mind for a moment, but there wasn't really anything I didn't already know. Yeah, it's quite a cool little Easter egg, that.
You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon.
It just seems like we can't access information on the Lesser Lord Kusanali. Greater Lord. Many bright dots of light appeared in my mind, but we need to calm my mind and focus more. Feelings of affection, intimacy, nostalgia, sadness, anxiety also came to mind. These seem to be what the people of Sumeru feel about their departed Archon.
Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really missed their Archon.
Think, why doesn't the Akasha answer my question? A vague thought suddenly comes to mind. The Akasha doesn't unconditionally respond to even every query. Also, even if the same query is requested by multiple people, the Akasha still imparts knowledge based on each person's identity, age, experiences, and other demographics.
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something.
Bomber's got a point, to be fair.
Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha.
Hopefully. Right, we've only got 10 minutes left. We'll be a bit wary about what we get into.
Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
Okay, we did gain an achievement. Let's have a quick look at that. Hear the voice of divine wisdom. There we go. So, my thinking is if we head round here, we'll grab the fast travel point, as that's something straight away we need to have. There's lots of food around, I must admit. That's something that's in plentiful supply. Right, fast travel should be just here. There it is. Okay. The other thing I want to look for is Adventurers Guild as well. It's always a good place to start. It's actually near us. I think it's up here. There she is.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Let's claim expedition. We haven't actually claimed expeditions for ages because I keep forgetting. The evening streams, I just haven't thought about it when we've been busy. And obviously now we have Sumeru we can send people to. There we go. We'll send one to Inazuma. 2-1, that'll do. Okay, I missed one. I didn't send them all out. It's annoying, isn't it? Mondstadt, Bennett, done. Okay.
Ad Astra.
Catherine, it's you again. Receptionist of the Adventures Guild. My job is to provide the adventure, so we know all this anyway. And we'll stop that conversation. Right, so we've got that done. Just gotta be patient. No, it sucks, but play everything. Thank you, Gated. Mora. I never really go for more because I've got loads of it. Oh, I know we're still here, and I know it's better than what it could have been. It's just I just wish they'd give me some answers. Okay. So I don't know where we're heading for the main quest, to be fair. Let's head there, because we can actually upgrade one of our characters. One of our newer characters, in fact. If we have a quick look. Not say Lisa Stoma. Where is she? Jean. Oh, we did already level up. I've wondered if we had. It was Jean I thought we needed something we needed to make to level up. Yin Yang. So I thought we needed something to level up. We don't. So there's no marker for the quest. Let's have a quick look at main quests. That's Inazuma. Okay, we lost the main quest. Oh, there we go. It's that one. It kind of got taken off. So we're heading up there by the looks of things. Back the way we came, in fact. But yeah, we're still here, you know. It's just, I just wish they'd give me answers. You know, when I email with loads of questions, I get nothing sometimes. And then you have to ring them and there's still no answers. And it's just, you know. The insurance don't care about the person involved. They care more about their own, protecting their own side and making sure they don't have to pay out too much. And it's, when you're the one that's hurt, that's really frustrating. That's been my experience so far, to be fair.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
May do in DPS and heal 90,000 damage. Wow.
Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
I think you've misunderstood us.
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see. Oh, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me?
We do indeed.
Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the
lost the
Akasha.
bet, oh really?
Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
Oh.
What?
That's interesting.
But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Yeah, so not only can we not
as
get the
I
information,
said,
even he.
This isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon.
That would explain it, I suppose, as well.
All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
But then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing.
Why is that not a bad thing?
There will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom.
I don't think we're the yielding type, to be fair, are we?
It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
You meant this kind of
Hey,
stuff.
come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
So nothing that's helpful to us.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here.
Well, we started Abyss in a short time and said he can't and Simba lost. Oh, really? Oh, wow. There's still one other person we know.
Like who?
Ad Astra Abasek.
Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network.
Annoyingly, we've already been there, but unfortunately, we're going to be out of time. We are just about out of time now. What we'll do is we'll get near to the Adventurers Guild so I don't have to look around everywhere for it on Thursday morning. We're already here to continue this quest line at least. But yeah, we are out of time, I'm afraid. Okay, we'll leave it there for the minute because if we're getting close, it may start the story bit, and I don't know how long the story bit's going to take, which is why this is probably the best time to stop. Simmer was wrong, was he? It's unlike Simmer to be wrong. But we haven't really achieved a massive amount today, mainly because it's the main quest has taken us from Gandharva Villa and around this kind of area. We've learned about how the forest gets ill, essentially, and how to solve that. We've collected the start of this new event. We've got 12 days to finish it, which will take in Thursday morning stream as well. And obviously, main quest, we're in Sumeru City itself. That's where we are at the time being. There's still plenty to do, and even if you look around, you see with so much of the map still not unlocked in this new area. So there's still lots to do and see. And then once we've finished all the story, we'll make a plan of what's next. There's lots of side missions to do with lots of primogems involved. Yeah, there's still lots to do and see. Look, your level. Where am I looking for your level? It's under friends, I think, isn't it? Level 51, nice. Yeah, cool. Nicely done. But unfortunately, that is us done for this evening. We're out of time. My eyes are already starting to go, and my arm needs to rest. I kind of think I know what's wrong with the arm. I just don't want to know, if that makes sense, because I know it's not going to be good news. Hopefully, we'll get some more answers tomorrow after physio. But that is it. That is us done for tonight. We are not back now until Thursday morning as we continue with Genshin Impact. Thursday morning, 8:30 to 8:45 AM GMT till midday. It has to be a kind of between time start time because it depends when the other half goes to work. If she's delayed leaving as she normally is. And then Thursday evening is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And then Friday morning, if you're free, same start time as the Genshin stream on Thursday and the one this morning. We'll carry on with Ghost of Tsushima as well, which is incredible so far. Thank you very much, Dennis. See you all later. Thank you. So yeah, that is us done. There's daily content on the channel as always. No streaming tomorrow because I've got physio. This may be the last one for a good couple of weeks, so we'll gain some extra streams along the way in the next few weeks as well. So have a good rest of your week. Hopefully we'll see some of you Thursday morning or Thursday evening. If not, have a good rest of your week at least. And as always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. So have a good one. We'll see you soon. Goat can cover Ghost. Yeah, thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And we'll see you soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.